Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone watching, wherever you are in the world today. Welcome to our episode number 28 of our weekly series, What's Your Spark? Today I'm here with Bree Dellerson from West Palm Beach, Florida, United States. Welcome to the show, Bree. It's wonderful to have you on my show today.
Thank you so much, Regina, for the invitation. I'm so happy to be here. I love what you're doing with this program.
Thank you. And yeah, it's a great pleasure, really. Before we hear more from you, Bree, and from your unique spark, I just really want to remind our audience here, everyone watching, do hit that like button, share your comments and questions in the comment section. And if you're not catching us live, you can still comment, share your thoughts, ideas, questions, and we'll check on your comments later. This series is for anyone who loves to be inspired by other women who are contributing their unique insights and creativity, their very unique wisdom and knowledge, expertise, and their stories. Because we know that as we open up our minds to fresh perspectives, new ideas, other people's stories, we also open up new possibilities for ourselves. And through these interviews with women all around the world, we can grow from and with each other and be inspired to find our own spark or just dig a little deeper with it and find new elements and bring them to the surface. Because don't we all want to live even more passionate, purpose driven, and inspired lives? And make a greater impact through them, right? So you are all meant to sparkle with your brilliance, whether you're an employee, a business owner, doesn't really matter, community leader. And today I have the absolute pleasure to introduce to you brilliant Bree Dellerson. Bree is the creator and founder of The Inner Alchemist. Bree, are you ready to tell us more about The Inner Alchemist and how you came up with this business? Actually, I love the word alchemist, and I have also used it in my business, although not in the same way, just very occasionally, because aren't we all alchemists in our own way? I'm curious to hear your take on this. And for this purpose, as always, my first question is, what's your spark?
What's my spark? I love this. I love this, Regina. Thank you. And what a great question. Well, I'm going to start with the alchemist one. I'm an acupuncturist and clairvoyant and sound healer. And when I was beginning my acupuncture practice, I never really felt comfortable calling myself an acupuncturist. My idea of what that looked like and what that felt wasn't really in resonance with me. And I realized what I was doing was actually creating container for someone to transform. And as an alchemist, I am just the holder of that sacred space for someone else to achieve their harmony and flow within themselves. And this is really what it drives me in the world. I love guiding people to those places within themselves where they connect with their own power and consciously create their reality, whether that's optimal health, improve relationships, finance and abundance, all of these things. In order to create what we desire, that work starts within. We alchemize that within ourselves. There go the dogs.
It's totally fine. See, that's how we live. I have some really beautiful, actually, background noise from the palm trees right now, so it's nicely together. No worries. Go on.
They're changing stuff with their bark. Yeah, and so what I realized with my years of practicing acupuncture and being able to see the way that people hold themselves, which I love reading energy and people and the field and everything, is the shifts we make within ourselves are what create our experience in the outer world. So the alchemy of life is just such a rich and illuminating experience to have.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, wow. And I just noticed that as you were talking about the shift, it made my body shift automatically. Isn't that
Right?
funny?
I love
I
that.
didn't do it on purpose. Yeah.
It's exactly that. It's like when I'm in this space, which I actually really work at sustaining and maintaining now throughout my day rather than just moments, but living from that place, the energy which is infusing my words, which is my body is communicating with you and all the people who are listening, we're feeling the shifts together. I bring that light, that information through. And so we all resonate with whatever that information is to achieve our own personal harmony. So I love
Yes,
that.
absolutely. Yeah, great. So I work a lot with energy in my work too, in a different way. We all do it in our very unique way. So, but that's also why I'm so fascinated by this. And I always love hearing how other people do it. And I personally also have studied several different holistic healing modalities that somehow intrinsically or indirectly, sometimes more directly, flow into my work. Yeah, so although I do not do healing sessions at this point, but coaching sessions, all this very, very precious knowledge is flowing into it. And we both know, and our viewers know, that everything is energy, and that it's all about our vibration and how we use it. And there's so many ways. So this brings me to my next question. How did you find your spark, this very unique way of working with energy?
Um, this is really who I am. I mean, as long as I can remember, I was always interested, even as a young child, in the esoteric and the metaphysical and mythology. And it wasn't until probably I was around 18 where I started to begin to read things more, with more awareness, and I got interested in that.
Mhm.
The biggest shift happened when I was around 27 years old, where I met my first teacher. I had never
Mhm.
received body work or had my chakras balanced. And it was the first time my feet ever touched the ground. And I was able to hear myself without noise. I'm also, a lot of us who work with energy, we're very empathic, we're highly sensitive people, we're highly intuitive, and we're absorbing the environment that is very difficult to navigate the world because we're so influenced by the world around us. And so it started then, like really feeling like I needed to create a filter and protect myself. I don't feel the need to protect myself much these days anymore because of the state I carry. And so I've been really practicing this for quite some time, probably 30 years. Maybe.
Wow. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. It's just in your blood. It
Yeah.
flows in your veins, so to speak. That's awesome. Yeah. A lot of us, of course, find their spark through a specific event, life event, through a specific experience, through a story. And some of us find it early on in life, and it is really all a sequence that takes us to what we do now, however we have found it or it has found us, right?
That's so true. That's so true. My parents are actually, my father's a doctor and my mother's a nurse. So I didn't have a reference for what I wanted to do in my life. I knew I wanted to help people like them,
Mhm,
but I didn't know how. And it was with this
mhm.
first teacher where she worked with sound, where she had a vibroacoustic table. She worked with essential oils and tuning forks. And I was like, that's what I want to do. It looks like that. And so eventually I studied acupuncture and all these really beautiful maps of the body. I have a lot of experience with reading the body and its many different levels and forms and breaths and vibrations. And then I added the sound component to that. So you're right. It is this journey of that you bring yourself to as you move through life. And so it started there. I didn't know what it was going to look like, and it continues to teach and grow and evolve with me, and I love it. I love it.
Yes, I think sound healing and sound, the magic of sound is so underrated because we have been so infiltrated with sounds that are not really healthy, also in the music industry. And of course, I personally love using solfeggio frequencies for myself.
Yes, wonderful.
Those beautiful frequencies that do have this healing power inside of them, right? I do believe that it's going to be become much more appreciated as people really see the power of these sounds. So yeah, huge congratulations for doing this. So how are you making an impact through your spark? How does it find its expression? Give us a few examples maybe, or one particular example, and what can it do for people?
Well, I love creating spaces for people to access their power as conscious creators. I've noticed in my work, my core mission has always been the same. My mission on Earth, as I choose to accept it, is to harmonize the nature of oneself. I'm acutely aware that we are one with everything. And so the spark and the light that comes through me creates these beautiful spaces for people to connect with that. And I guide you to those places. You know, I'm an acupuncturist, and I've pivoted from working with people in person, and with people online. So it's like you now learn how to care for your vibrational self by using self-awareness, using your awareness to connect with your creative power, to create the life you desire. And we do that using sound and breath and language and movement and art. So those are really the 5 elements of my practice and my teachings.
Wow. Yeah, that is really wonderful. I'm totally fascinated. I could be studying all of this all day, and I always study anyway, but there's always sometimes, yeah, I shouldn't really say there's not enough time, really, but it's more about priorities at a specific moment in time. So I really look forward to going back and also study more of the elements that I haven't really had the opportunity to go into in depth yet, even just for my personal enrichment, and my personal growth. Yes, because it's just so fascinating. Thank you so much for sharing this. So would you like to share anything else? Where can people find you? What's your website? What do you have in your sleeve for the next few months?
Oh my gosh, I'm always, the moment that I think I'm, ready to birth a project, the next one drops in. So I'm constantly circulating this light, and I'm changing and stretching myself to be able to be the vessel for that, for you who are ready for that. And I actually have a webinar, 5-day masterclass for conscious creators coming up starting March 7th, and registration just opened yesterday. So
Wow.
I love the timing of this. And we're
Me too.
doing
It's
it
a
on
day after my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Happy early birthday. Yeah.
Thanks.
And I love that we're coming together on like a 2/2/2022 day. There's so
Yes.
much power here that we have to support us. And so, yes, this is called You Now. So you can be the you desire to be now. And I take you through step by step how to bring your intention into being. So you learn how to embody your desired reality. And I teach you how to use time to manipulate your creations in a really fun and simple way. So it's really effortless to create once you know how to do it. So I've distilled it down for you to really have an experience of it that week. And from day one, people were having breakthroughs and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love dogs, so please don't worry about me. I love dogs. I don't have one because I travel too much. Right now, I'm actually in Tulum, Mexico, and it's so funny because I always say I'm a passionate nomad, and I'm staying in this place. It's called La Casa de Nomads, and so it's La Casa of Nomads. So it's a Spanglish, combination. But yeah, so I just was staying at a friend's house for a few days where there was a lovely dog, and then my ex-neighbors, I always used to take their dog out because I love them so much. So it's great to have these beautiful creatures around us. They teach us so much. They also give us their unconditional love and energy. So yeah, I wanted to acknowledge that, but please go on. You might want to add something to what you were
Yeah, I
saying.
know. This is. We have 8 dogs here. My mom has 6 that she's rescued. She used to foster, and then I have my 2, and they work with me. So whenever you have a session with me and you're in you'll see them working with me. They really know how to hold the space with me, and it's really incredible. And those
So it's
little
great that they showed up. because this is what it really looks like, you know,
This is
when
what it
you
looks
have
like.
sessions. I love it.
All of them are in here working, but they're out there right now. But yeah, I have the master class coming up to create your desired reality, which is really a great introduction to your power of who you really are, and to find clarity and connection and understand your intuitive self and how your body communicates with you. And I have a website called theinneralchemist.podia.com, so you can find all my offerings and monthly activations there as well. And it's a great way to contact me and play, because this is just we have such a beautiful opportunity here, being in this body here on earth at this time, to create something really beautiful. And that starts with us. There's a lot of talk about the new earth, and what I've really come to learn doing this work is that the new earth is within us. And when we hold that, then we create that around us, and we start connecting with people who are creating like-minded communities and connections and culture, which is why I really love what you're doing, because you're connecting all of that light, that's those sparks of the one light coming through each of us. And it's such a beautiful avenue to see for people to witness and to experience. So thank you, Regina.
Wow, I thank you. That was so beautifully said, Bree. Wow, I have to remember this. You're connecting all the sparks. Yeah, that was lovely. Thank you so much, and thanks for sharing your workshop. Sounds awesome. So everybody, go to her website, go to Bree's website. Can you say the name of your website again, please?
Absolutely. It's theinneralchemist.podia.com.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so just to close it up for today, I wanted to quickly also share my spark. So this has been really, really wonderful, Bree. We have so much to still talk about. Oh, and I wanted to add one thought to what you just said. Yes, it's inside of us. The new earth is inside of us. The new earth we want is inside of us. And then in order to create that physical timeline, that's when we use the work you do, for example, right? When we really focus on this very special vibration and how we can contribute to this greater, to call it something positive vibration in the world through our own spark and through our own more fulfilled life, potentially, right? Okay, so I would like to quickly share my spark before we close up. As a multicultural transformational leadership coach, I help women employees reach their next career goal so they can fulfill their potential, their spark, and increase their influence and impact, and with it also their income. I wanted to add quickly, in the past, what I have been sometimes called was actually a presence alchemist, because I also work with presence. And I just published an article in the corporate magazine on executive presence. What is that even? I was asking in that article, right? Because so many clients ask me, oh, or tell me, oh, I have to increase my executive presence, but what is that even about? Right. So I always like to take a little bit of a different angle on these things. And this article just actually was published yesterday. I will publish it also shortly here on LinkedIn, but I just thought I'd add this because we were talking about alchemy. So every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, I also have a 60-minute live show on winwinwomen.com, where I also talk about people's spark and about your dear audience specific spark. So definitely tune in tomorrow, winwinwomen.com, and follow the instructions to get to my show. There's no need to register. You can't actually register in advance. Just go there to winwinwomen.com and join me live at 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, Wednesday. And you'll also have the chance to ask questions or chip in your own ideas during the second 30 minutes of this 60-minute show. And Bree, I would actually love to interview for that show as well at some point. Maybe we can do that next month after your, before is a bit short term, but maybe after your workshop. And I'd be curious to hear how it went and what you shared with your workshop participants and what they got out of it. So thank you all again for watching. Keep shining and sparkling. Your spark is so needed more than ever. And I really want to invite you to bring it out to the surface, to show it to us. Don't hide it inside of you. It's already there, just waiting to jump out of you, right? And step in the spotlight with it. Feel free to share your spark in the comments as well if you feel inspired. And also reminding you that this episode will be posted to my YouTube channel, Regina Huber, where you can find a playlist with all the previous 27 episodes of this LinkedIn live series. You may also want to sign up for updates with more free resources at transformwithregina.com. There's a sign up button on the bottom of that page, so you get automatically alerted about new videos or other shows. Next Tuesday, I'll be chatting here with Aisha Bello from Nigeria. Same time, same place, 10 a.m. Eastern on Tuesday. And again, thank you so very much, Bree, for spending this time with us today. It's been truly enlightening, and we've all gained some extra positive vibe that we now can add on to our vibration for the day. Thank you so much.
I love it. Thank you, Regina.